Well, I think it was a really interesting experience, and I learned a lot from it. We interviewed a variety of different candidates, from teachers to lawyers to social workers. And what made it really interesting was being able to work with the Kiwanis Spring kids.
I think it was very interesting to interview people from other communities, because you get to learn a lot about what they've done and their experiences of living their life.
Oh, it was actually interesting because when we were doing the paper thing, when we would draw about the immigrants, I learned that some people, like, not all, like, some people come to America different ways.
It was fun knowing their childhood and like where they came from.
It was fun and boring.
Okay.
But mostly 50% of boring and 50% of fun.
It was great. It was fun to know about other people instead of just having to hear friends' stories over and over again. It's nice to hear other people's stories and see how their life was back then.
What I didn't expect was that from the lawyer, I thought he just had like a good life, but then he said that he had a rough life because like his family was Spanish, like was Mexican, so his family couldn't help him with his homework, and when every time his parents would see him doing his homework, his parents would say, keep going, keep going.
Like the lawyer we interviewed, he went from a ghetto town to a lawyer, and that surprised me a lot because he tried really hard to get up there.
The lawyer, how he was Mexican, and other people, like, they just didn't believe he was a lawyer, and how he needed to show his ID and his lawyer ID, because it just shows that other people are, like, they just stereotype. And it shows how you can be someone big in life, even if you come from some ghetto street.
When I was kind of moving up through the ladder, my parents, I thought about how hard they worked and where they came from and how they never had an opportunity to go to school. And my dad only went to second grade in Mexico, and my mom never went to school. And every time that they were working really hard and they saw me at the dinner table doing my math that they did not understand, they would just say, just keep on working hard, just keep on working hard. And when they would say that at that time, I thought, I wish you could help me. But after a while, I thought, I have to be successful, because otherwise everything that they did is washed away. And so I always thought the only way that I can thank them for all the sacrifices that they made is if I make it somewhere, do my best and try to do something with my life so that they can say, oh, my son, he's a lawyer now.
How do you think Adriana's story of how she came to this country relates to maybe your family or friends? Can you talk about that, or how you're able to make that kind of connection?
Like, she did the same thing like what my dad did. He lived in a ranch and everything.
This is pretty familiar to you?
Mm-hmm. And my grandma, and my uncle, and my grandpa, and my other aunt, and my uncle. The list goes on.
I do remember that she crossed the border and she wishes that she could go run in the streets of her pueblo where she lived. And my mom always says that to me every day. She's like, I wish I could just go back to Mexico where I lived. But she came here just to give me and my sisters a better life.
What you hear in the media and all these things about immigration and stuff, and these kinds of people that are coming here and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, she kind of just didn't apply any of those, stereotypes. She was like a really awesome person.
What surprised me is that she came in a car, like a passenger, without hiding and stuff. And what I learned about her, she wishes she goes back and see the rest of her family because she really misses them.
If you could interview anybody you want in the whole world, who would you interview?
I would probably interview someone that came illegally, that didn't really have much to do, and that was from a different state, and that really became someone here.
Can you describe for us what it was like working with students at Quanah and what you learned from them? Or
I love the kids. I made some friends. At first we both were, me and the kids were a little like unwilling, not really know what's happening, what we have to do, but I really like getting to know them and just having little kids look up to you because they're so impressionable, you know.
I love just observing like the way that they interacted with each other and like what they had to say like when we were learning how to interview, because they all are so smart and incredibly, you know, sweet kids.
could you tell us what it was like working with the students from a different school?
Fun.
My name is Jose Santana.
My name is Cindy Cazares.
My name is Sasha Rogeramer.
My name is Malia Cedar. My name is Bridget Zeka.
I'm Javier Lema.
My name is Jacqueline Perez.